and color guard. They are led on the field by outstanding drum major Isabella Thomas. They will be performing their 2023 field production titled Goodbye. To people, places, things, and even periods of our lives, saying goodbye is a necessary part of our life experience. Sometimes it's just a casual, see you later, and sometimes a goodbye is difficult and final. This show is an uplifting production meant to remind us to appreciate those people, places, things, and periods of our lives we will eventually have to let go. We would like to dedicate tonight's performance to the people we've had to say goodbye to. And I'm going to warn you, if you haven't seen the show yet, it's a little bit emotional. So now I'm going to read through some of the people that the students are honoring their performance tonight. So first is Nefi Rodriguez. My uncle was very young when he passed away on October 16th, 2020. This man was my inspiration. He was always so cool and I wanted to be just like him. He got me into skateboarding and he always lightened up the mood. He was huge into music as well. Love you, Nefi. Thea Myra. She was really the light of the whole family. She would make me and anyone who got to know her feel special and needed. She was funny, beautiful, and just so humble. Even though she went through a lot when she was younger, she still always saw the bright side of things. I wish I knew her better and I miss her. My Uncle Theo. When I met him the first time, I thought he was sketchy. I mean, we all did. But I soon came to find out that he was so kind-hearted in a way that some of my other family members weren't. Sure, he had his troubles and his hiccups, but he still cared so much for me and my brothers, regardless of how little times we saw him. But I know now that he is resting with his aunt and his brother happily. Theo Scotti. This person was kind, caring, understanding, loving, funny, and the biggest Raiders fan ever. You'd never have a bad moment with him, and he'd never have a bad moment with you. Mary Alvarez. My grandma Mary was the most loving person ever. She was a great cook and artist. She would tell you stories that you'd be invested in for hours. She'd teach you how to learn a new skill and be there for you when you had a bad day. And she'd make you laugh when you needed something to laugh about. Grandpa Felix. He loved old Western movies, and when I was little, we would watch cartoons together. John Rodriguez, my grandpa. I recently lost my grandpa in May of 2022. My grandpa was an awesome and stubborn man. He was the only one that was able to make me smile when I felt down, and the only escape I had during the holidays. He loved the San Francisco baseball team, the Giants, and he loved his coffee and hot dogs. I love him so much, and I hope he's doing well. My Nana. My Nana was amazing. She loved going out, especially going to movies. She went through a lot, and I hope heaven is treating her well. I remember her laugh, her smile, and her stories. She loved coffee, McDonald's, and her family. She was there for me 24/7, and I know she's here with me now. My grandpa, Donald Frazier. He liked racing and baseball. He was in band and he also played trumpet. Uncle Scott. He liked baseball and played baseball for East High. Pops and Uncle Lionel. They always knew how to make everyone laugh. Abuelita. I want people to know how amazing of a person she was, because she never once forgot about me or my brother, since we lived so far away from her and how we hardly ever saw her. Robert Montano. My dad. My dad never met a stranger and always had jokes and could make everyone laugh. He loved fishing, watching his WWE wrestling every week, and most importantly, cheering for the Denver Broncos. But his family was the center of his life. Besos y abrazos, Dad. So tonight, the students who are honoring someone all have something on them to represent the person that they'd like to honor tonight, and they'll do the same thing at our show on Saturday at Stockdale High School. So we dedicate tonight's performance to people we've had to say goodbye to. Drum major Isabella Thomas, is the band ready? East Bakersville High School Blade Band and Color Guard, you may take the field for performance.
Saying goodbye is something you say. It's the opposite of hi. It's the opposite of hey. See you later. Gotta run. Bye. Saying goodbye is something you say. It's the opposite of hi. It's the opposite of hey.
So, I've got to be going now. I'll talk to you soon, though. Okay. Goodbye.
Life itself is really just one big conversation. Sometimes, the conversation we have in life gets cut short. Get the chance to say what you thought. You thought it would be fine. You thought you'd have time. Time to say what you think and how you feel. And though the conversation was cut too short, we're so glad we got the chance to talk. If anything's been learned, if anything's been taught, it's that we will never regret the time we talked.
The band is under the direction of Ms. Regina Montano. Percussion instructors are Crispin Mendoza, EB graduate. Nick Flores, EB graduate. And Jasmine Jackson. Color guard instructors are Cody Hernandez. Woo! And Jonathan Hernandez. Drum major is Isabella Thomas. Percussion captain is Robert Quadras III. Color guard captain Margarita Luna. The clarinet duet was Mario Delgado and George Garcia. Trumpet soloist is Joan Areola Hernandez. We would like to thank the following blade band and color guard sponsors. Our band parents for all that you do. We could not be successful without you. You do so much for our program and that does not go unnoticed. And I hope you enjoyed watching it from up here tonight. We'd also like to thank Principal Carla Stallworth, EB Administration, and EB staff for your support of our program. We'd like to acknowledge some of our sponsors. Blade sponsors with a donation of $500. EB class of 1965 band graduate, Bill Christensen. Class of 2012 EB graduate, band graduate.